Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Excellency KHJ Muhammad Hassan Mutawakil Allah SHMM, as Chief of Foundation of Zain Hassan Islamic Boarding School, Excellency Dr. Abdul Aziz Wahabi MAG, as Director of Zainul Hassan Islamic University, Excellency to Ms. Wahyu Lestari MPD, as the Dean of the General Education Faculty, Excellency to Mr. Beni Hamdani MPD, as the Head of English Department Study Program, and Excellency to Mr. Zainuddin MPD, as the Lecturer of Teaching English Foreign Language. I will explain chapter 4 about the oral approach and situational language teaching. The oral approach and situational language teaching are methodologies familiar to language teachers since the 1980 and developed by British applied language from the 1930 to 1960. This approach have influenced many English as a foreign language textbooks and courses. This chapter details the approach, design, and procedure associated with these methods. Students should be able to explain and apply the first, the oral approach in language teaching, and the second, situational language teaching, and the third, the principle of approach and methods, design and procedure, and the fourth, theories of language, and the last, theories of learning. The development of this approach can be traced to British language in the 1920 to 1960, notably Harold Palmer and A.S. Harvey. Key focus were on vocabulary and grammar. Palmer emphasized vocabulary significance, while Harvey worked on grammatical patterns to help learners understand English structure, and their collaboration effort led to the first dictionary for language of English as a foreign language. And key characteristic, the first teaching began with spoken language introduction material orally before written form, and the second, the target language survived as the primary classroom language, and the third, new language points are contextuals and practice institutional contexts, and the fourth, vocabulary selection ensure coverage of an essential general surface vocabulary, and the five, grammar items are taught from simple to complex, and the last, reading and writing skill are introduced after a solid foundation in vocabulary and grammar. Approach. The first theory of language is grounded in British structuralism. This approach stresses speech as the foundational elements of language and view structural patterns and central to speaking abilities. The second theory of learning is based on behaviorist principle of habit formation. Learning is seen as a mechanical process reinforced through stimulus, response cues, and situational language teaching emphasizes an inductive approach to grammar instruction, where learners infer meaning from use in context rather than through explanation. And design is objective. Objective is aims to develop empirical command over the four language skill, focusing on accuracy in pronunciation and grammar, and minimizing errors. And the second, the syllabus. Acknowledges a structural syllabus that organizes English structure and patterns in a sequential and manner, and vocabulary is chosen to facilitate the teaching of this pattern. Types of learning and teaching activities. The methods use situational context for introduction sentence patterns, emphasizing visual representation and concrete object rather than grammatical explanation. Learner and teacher loose. In the presentation stage, teachers model language and create scenarios requiring specific structure. And during practice, students in engage in less control activities while teachers monitor for errors and provide feedback. Rule of instructional materials. Uh, Situational language teaching combines textbook with visual aids such as cards and flashcards to enhance learning, ensuring that lessons are organized around grammatical structure. And procedure aims for a progression from control to free practice and from oral use to automatic use in various contexts. A typical lesson includes pronunciation practice, revision, presentation of new structure, oral drills, and reading or writing exercise related to the new material. And this structure approach emphasizes the integration of language skill within meaningful context, providing a comprehensive framework for effective language teaching. I think enough from me. Thank you very much for your attention. And I'm sorry if there are many mistakes and mispronunciations. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.